It's always such a joy when we get to have Jai Uttal with us. So many of us have known him and his music for so long, his yoga, and he's going to be one of the featured presenters here at Bhakti Love. And so, welcome back to the Global Peace Tribe, Jai.
Oh, thanks, Scott. So good to see you.
Yeah, it's good to see you too. We've known each other a long time.
Oh.
So, what does bhakti mean to you? Tell us your definition of bhakti and how you apply that in your life.
Um, I'll give you a very personal rather than a traditional idea of what bhakti is. But to me, bhakti is connecting with spirit through the heart, connecting with spirit in the most personal way, like spirit in my wife, spirit in my son, spirit in the trees outside, spirit in Rama and Hanuman, but also spirit in everyone I meet. Now, of course, easier said than done, but the practices of bhakti, like for me, there's many, but for me particularly, singing mantras, chanting mantras, just kind of like opens a little bit the aperture of my heart and allows me just a little bit easier to see the divine in everything. And again, as I say, I am far from an enlightened person, but th- there's that intention. Bhakti helps me. I mean, it is that intention to try to connect to the divine in all.
Hmm. Just want to breathe that in because that's certainly my goal. And many of our goals is like, I don't know if I'm ever going to be enlightened, but God, I sure want to see the divine in all beings more and more each day. Just more and more each day I can do that. Then it feels like it's been a successful day, at least in terms of my spiritual work.
That's exactly what I feel, and I don't really make a distinction between spiritual work and other work because it's all part of the practice, and some work is more tedious and some work is more inspired. But if we can see and feel and offer to the spirit in all those aspects of our life, then as you said, then it's a pretty good day. And I go back to what I said using the word enlightened. I don't even really like to use that word because I don't even know what it means. But it's exactly what you said. Is if each day we could just be a little bit more coming from that deep place in our heart and seeing that deep place in others just a little bit more each day. It's been a really good day.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, one of the things that's going to make your time at Bhakti Love Festival a really good series of days is being with people in person. And what's that like for you? You're going to be with Donna Delory and Larissa Stowe and Johanna and Kenneth and a lot of our friends. How is that for you?
Well, lately I've been doing a bunch of smaller local events and in-person events, and oh, I just love it. In fact, last week my wife and my son were down in Los Angeles because Ezra is going to music college starting in a couple of weeks there. So they found an apartment for him and his buddy. So Nubia's yoga class, she had to find a sub. So I said, I'll sub, but I don't know anything about yoga. I mean, I know a little bit about yoga, but I don't really. So I just brought my guitar and harmonium and no sound system. And I spent an hour and a half with a room full of people, completely unamplified, completely acoustic, just singing and talking. Oh boy, I just loved it so much. And then a couple of weeks ago, I think maybe 3 weeks ago, I guess, time is funny. But I was down in Santa Monica, and Kenneth and Bhakti Love hosted me for a concert at the Santa Monica Women's Club.
Oh, wow.
And it was uh, yeah, it was great. I loved it. My band was really far out, and the audience being with like real people in a real room, everyone was so happy. And everything that I've done with Kenneth, I wasn't at Bhakti Love last year because I was still reticent in terms of COVID, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But everything I've done with him subsequently has been just so nice and real and filled with integrity and good vibes. So I'm really looking forward to Bhakti Love Festival, the what Bhakti Love reunion.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
um, it's the way it's put together and the way Kenneth is organizing it. It's all very personal
Yeah.
and 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 respectful and just really nice. I'm really looking forward to it.
Oh, good. Yeah, as you're telling the story, I'm really appreciating your ability to just love whatever it is you're doing, and I'm remembering seeing you play at the House of Blues in LA in the mid 90s,
That
right?
was a transformational night.
I was there with my girlfriend, and it's just, isn't it wonderful though that you can have a big event like that, but also enjoy playing at without a sound system in a yoga studio with a few people, or play at a way. It's like learning to take joy and be present with whatever it is, whether it's big and epic or whether it's just beautifully intimate. And I think that's part of our maturing process, hopefully.
Yeah, I'll tell you the truth, and don't share this with any, promoters or festival producers because I need to work. But
Kenneth is
but
going to be watching this, so be careful. Kenneth is with us probably.
okay. Well, I just want to say I actually think at this moment in my life, which could change next month, but at just here, I'm really more enjoying this really small, intimate things. Um, Maybe it's part of, maybe it's like a kind of a process because for 3 years I wasn't with anybody. So now, coming out into the smaller events where I can really connect personally with people. Um, I've been loving it, and so Bhakti Love Festival will be. Well, I'm going to Omega, and I did go to Omega yet last year for their weekend of chanting, but that's also pretty small. Comparatively, and it's lovely, But Bhakti Love, I think, will be my first festival since prior to the pandemic. So that's going to be kind of like it's like a coming out party,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
to speak.
yeah. Well, I'm going to be there. I'm looking forward to seeing you and
Okay,
giving you a hug. And
great.
thank you so much for taking a few minutes to be with us. And while we're doing this, will be airing on Saturday night. While we're doing that, you and Nubia are leading a retreat, a kind of combination yoga music retreat at Mandala Springs in Cobb.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. We'll be heading out tomorrow morning and setting up tomorrow afternoon. And it's a small group, but it's gonna be great. Yeah, and I have nothing more to say about that, but I'm really looking forward to it. Nubia's
Oh.
already packed in the car.
Well, give her my best. Thank you for some time with us.
I
And
will. Thank
again,
you.
thank you for just being such a wonderful part of our community. We love you, man. We love you.
Thank you so much. And I really feel a part of the community and that the community that starts locally and that spreads globally is so important. It's more than ever this kind of heart connectivity with all of us is so valuable and so important, and I'm really grateful.
Yeah, and now we get to do both. We get to do it online like this for our family all over the world, but we also get to, when we're lucky, get together locally. And it's beautiful to do both.
All righty, Scott. Thanks so much, brother.
Absolutely. Thank you. Namaste.